Hey friends, welcome back. Awesome Inc. in the house. Garrett Farbaugh, friend. You can call him G.
That's right.
If you guys are, if you're tight.
Wow. Yeah.
So,
well, we obviously are tight. If you're going to call me that.
I'm going to go with G.
Well, I appreciate you allowing us to come back. It's like every other month at this point. So I feel like part of the ABC family. This is great.
We're going to get you a desk in the newsroom.
Yes, we are.
We're working on
and we
that.
will put you to work. Trust me.
That's good. Well, we're talking about Five Across. Again, I know that you guys have always been so supportive. And we are just thrilled. So this is the finals events. And so I've told you before, we have 5 unique events throughout the year.
Yeah.
25 unique entrepreneurs, and then each event produces 1 winner. Those winners come back and compete in the finals. So tomorrow night.
This is kind of Shark Tank style, right?
Yeah, so it's like the real version of Shark Tank. You know, they don't cut for commercial breaks, do all the behind the scene deals.
Yeah.
It's live, 5 minutes, and then we have a packed house. We're going to be at the Kentucky Theater, packing that out.
Nice.
Should be about 300 plus, which we're really excited for.
That's awesome.
And these are, again, 5 entrepreneurs from all across Kentucky. So the person who won in February, his name's Stevens. His company is Feed Coyote. He has a platform that helps freelancers connect their businesses and really be integrated digitally. We have the winner, who is Jennifer from April. She helps streamline the title search process, which can be pretty daunting.
Okay.
And in June, we had a wonderful pair, Waleed and Eric, out of the Louisville area, that they're making insurance less confusing and more affordable. Yes, yeah, a couple former Humana guys. And then in August, we have a really fun team, super spunky, the Clean Space crew. They're down at Awesome Inc., that's where they work out of. And they have a project management marketplace for the cleaning industry.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, the queen of energy herself, Allie from Louisville, her company Wicked Technologies, helps folks with incontinence, which there's an industry for that as well.
Wow.
So this is going to be, I will say on record, yes, our best event to date after about 80 plus.
Yeah.
And we have wonderful partners, Kinetic, who has been our title sponsor for all of 5 Across. We could not do what we do without them. And then our funding partner, Coworking Capital, which is a branch of KSTC. So we have a lot of good partners, Chase, Morris Foundation, a lot of folks who make this effort really go smoothly. And also,
well, let's
invest
talk
back in the community.
Yes, exactly.
Let's talk about funding here, because you've got cash on the barrelhead.
We
for
do.
These
Yes,
folks.
we do.
So imagine a check probably yay big.
Yeah.
That everyone likes to get that and mount it on their wall in their office or their home, wherever they do.
I like to cash it.
Yeah, it's good. So usually we only get $500. Not not going to break the bank, but the final prize, cash-wise at least, is going to be $5,000, which is going to be a nice end of year bonus, maybe some helpful runway for the company.
Right.
And then I mentioned Coworking Capital. They are now giving a $50,000 safe note investment, which is the grand prize. And so that's going to be a wonderful opportunity for a company.
And for a startup, I mean, this is life-changing.
Yes.
Yeah.
This gets you going.
It really can be.
That's fantastic.
It really is. So, it can come from any walk of life, any ideas that these folks have had and they've started to implement.
Yes.
They can come. So, for folks out there that haven't caught it the first year, kind of give us an overview of how this whole process has worked.
Yeah, they get up and pitch to you?
So the way it used to work is if someone had an idea, we would set up 15, 20, 30 chairs at Awesome Inc. Somebody would pitch something. It's like, oh, it's great. Go do it. Now, after about 12 years, we've got a really streamlined process, and we have a pretty rigorous application.
Yeah.
And so we are not shy to say, hey, let's revisit this in 6 months, or you're actually too far along for the audience that we pitch with.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for a lot of the companies that have pitched this year and are in the finals, which we're really excited about, these are folks that they're a full-time founder. Some of them have even started a separate company that they sold, they pivoted directions, or it didn't succeed, which is very common in the startup space.
Sure.
So these are folks that we have worked with throughout the course of this past calendar year, and these are going to be people that they're pretty seasoned entrepreneurs. So for folks who are watching at home that might be fans of ABC and listening in, or the friends of the Awesome Inc. community, they know, hey, I'm going to come, I'm going to get a dinner from Selma's Catering, and it's wonderful, and be in for a good show that's going to be high energy, and our MCs are going to be phenomenal. Jacqueline, one of our teammates, is very, very enthusiastic, and it's going to be great.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, it's a good time.
I love, too, that you continue to follow the journey.
Yeah.
Because we really do, want to see how these folks do.
Yeah.
This is the American dream right here
Yeah,
we're talking about.
well, speaking of, we watch shows like American Idol, The Voice, you name any other reality TV show, and you always enjoy watching, oh, here's this person, their snippet when they, auditioned in Nashville or LA. And then season, episode 6, they're doing their solo act, and it's like, wow, we got to see their journey grow, their backstory.
Right.
Yeah.
Same thing with entrepreneurs. People who, they have this idea, they go into the valley of despair, and then they come out better for it.
Valley of despair. Oh my goodness.
What has been the most interesting pitches that you've had come across, whether
That's
you've
gotta be
actually
tough,
been
but-
able to support it or not.
Top of mind.
The one that sticks out to me, it's a company called OmniLife. So they're not around right now. They actually pitched, I believe, in 2019 or 2020.
Yeah.
And so the founder was a former football player for, I believe, the University of Iowa. So Midwesterner, got in a terrible car accident and lost the use, I believe, in his arm or something where he had nerve damage.
Yeah.
And he couldn't use his limb properly.
Yeah.
Well, most of us, we've probably not had experience with any organ transplantation before. I certainly have not.
No.
And one of the co-founders, one of his family relatives, I think his aunt, needed an organ transplantation, and realized, wow, almost about 1 in 2 organs never make it from the donor to the recipient because there's some sort of breakdown in the process.
Oh, no,
yeah.
not acceptable.
Exactly. So these two guys realized, hey, what if we just helped, again, the hospitals and the delivery process, all the different parts that go into, I need a kidney. Doug, you're gonna give me a kidney because you're a really nice guy.
Right.
To make sure this happens, he's not gonna do it, I hope. But to make sure that this process goes smoothly,
Yes.
we can step in and build a piece of software. So they were around the Coworking Space. They went through some of our accelerating programs back again, like 2019, 2020. And that was one that stuck out because their story hit home. Both the
Life-changing.
co-founders, one wrestled from needing
Right.
transplantation, one, my family member needed it to survive. And so they had a very, very touching story.
Great
Wow.
example, too, that you don't need to necessarily build a widget. I
Yeah.
mean, they saw a logistics problem.
Exactly.
Yes.
They saw a communication problem
Yep.
and developed software to change people's lives, to save lives.
Yeah,
quite
to save
frankly.
lives.
This is incredible.
It is.
I love this. So for folks out there that are thinking about getting throwing their
Yeah.
their hat into the ring here,
hope so.
How do they reach out to you? How does that process take
Yes.
place?
So first off, I would say if you go to Eventbrite, it also might be on the screen. If you search 5 Across Finals,
Okay.
you can get a free ticket. If you reach out to G at Awesome Inc., that's my email. I'll give you a free code.
G.
Yeah, G.
Yep.
Again, we're friends.
Yep, that's
you
right,
gotta
that's
know
right.
this.
Jeez,
But what I
I'm
would say is come and see. Just be a part of the experience, and then come meet someone in the Awesome Inc. team. We'll probably be wearing one of our Awesome Inc. hoodies. There we
Okay.
go, little
There's the logo.
swag.
Yep.
We'll talk to you. We'll talk about the process getting involved. But the easiest way to do that is if you go to awesomeinc.org, we'll have a number of forms, and under the section that says startups, you'll see the words 5 Across.
All right.
Click that, throw your idea in the hat, and we'll get going from there. But again,
That's awesome.
invitations
I love
come
it.
and see. Hopefully you guys get to come out tomorrow night as well. Bring the
This-
fam. It'll be a
That
good
is
event.
awesome.
Fantastic. So, I mean, in that audience, then you've got people that are just looking for great entertainment,
Yes.
a great show,
Yeah.
and good American competition here.
Yeah.
With idea people just duking it out for a prize.
I like that. They're duking it out
They're
without
duking
their
it
fists.
out.
There we go.
But then you've also got people in that crowd that are like, I want to be the next person up
Yeah,
there.
so again,
Yeah.
it ranges from college students, high school students and their families to investors in town that literally say, hey, I remember you from back in June and you've grown, or maybe you met the terms we spoke about over the past 6 months.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a deal.
Love
Nice.
that.
And that's
great.
always a win for us.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a great show. Give us the where and when one more time for
The
folks.
Kentucky Theater, doors open at 5 p.m., get some great food. The event kicks off at 5:30, goes right until about 7. Don't leave early. Don't be that guy. So make sure you see the winner, celebrate. It's going to be a great way to wrap up the 2023 5 Across season.
It's a perfect
It's gonna be
lobby to
great.
do it, too.
It
in
is.
It
Kentucky.
is.
And there's popcorn, you know?
And those cookies, don't forget
Yeah,
the
they're,
cookies.
they're so good. They're so
Yeah.
good.
Well, gee, thank you so
Yes.
much for being here.
Appreciate
Thanks,
this
Paul.
very
Appreciate
much.
it.
Exciting programming. I want to get out there and catch
I
one
know,
of
I
these. This
do
sounds
too.
really cool. We're back with more after this, gang. Stick around.